Hi there, Aries. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for November. Knowledge is going to be king this month, and the more that you're aware, fully informed and correct on the basis of any decisions that you make, the better you're going to do. If, however, your appreciation of events is a bit blurry, not very clear, or you're trying to do things on the fly, you could find yourself coming unstuck. The month begins in a very passionate way with Mercury moving to join up with Scorpio on the 2nd, and a scorpionic influence is certainly reverberating around the heavens for the first 3 weeks. In fact, there's a new moon on the 11th in Scorpio, which sees the Sun and the Moon combine with Jupiter, the planet of expansion. If you're wanting to do well around or better around business, work, financial resources, this can be a very lucky influence. And if you keep working at it over the next 6 months, then it's going to be a time when you can look back and see how this was so fundamentally important in what you're trying to achieve. But how you interact with other people is going to be key to this month as well, particularly from the 7th, when Venus starts to make its move out of Virgo, and by the 9th arrives in the part of your horoscope to do with harmony and to do with relationships. Now, this could bring someone into your world if you're footloose and fancy free before the end of the month. Mars, your ruler, joins up on the 13th, also in Libra, and the two are certainly going to give you a big push to try to be more receptive to what other people have to say. In week 3, Mars is also forging a sensational influence with Saturn, and any form of expansion which features advice or working closely with one other person can see you do extraordinarily well. But there is, right from the start of this month, a really testing right angle between Saturn and Neptune. And by the middle of the month, it's really getting intense. By the end of the month, the last week of November, it's exact. Now, if we think about it, Saturn's about structure, and in Sagittarius, it is about information. Whereas Neptune's located in a mysterious part of your horoscope, which can promote vague worries, anxieties, exhaustion. You really need to be key about what you're trying to expand, particularly once Mercury moves on the 21st and the Sun on the 22nd into the expansive Sagittarius, joining up with Saturn. Now, in the last week of this month, they're going to be affected by Saturn themselves. Saturn's going to make them much more aware of themselves. They're not going to be as free-spirited as normal. Usually, when Mercury and the Sun moved into this part of your horoscope, you experience a sense of liberation and want to open up the throttle a little bit and be more expansive, independent or liberated. But Saturn keeps bringing you back to this issue of information, of knowledge. And of course then Mercury and both the Sun along with Saturn are going to be squaring up with Neptune too. So any hidden worries you have or information you're unaware of could have a massive impact on this month. So making sure that knowledge is clear is vital, particularly at the time of the full moon in Gemini on the 25th, which is opposite Saturn, and once more is reminding you that there are consequences for any conversations or information that's exchanged, contracts, the way that you handle things. It all has to be scrupulously right. So knowing your facts, knowing where you stand, being clear-minded is vital for success in November 2015 for you, Aries. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.